be fine. Rootin' tootin' seaweed coming in, huh? The ocean's been a bit angry though. This is definitely some residuals of Hurricane Aaron for sure, I'd say. I would say, Bob.
The wind scared me. It's windy. That's exactly what happened.
My phone's kind of got a counterweight with this magnet, so it's kind of holding it there, I think. Smoke them if you got them, Bob. Got a couple of tacks left in the plate. We'll go sig free. Guts to. Rough on the old body. What'd you lose?
My book.
Did you even bring it? I'm not sure. I can't say I seen it yet or not.
I thought I did. I really thought I had. It's right here.
Surf's up.
It's just windy. Maybe.
There's a good little wave, Bob. Bet you they're crazy out at the lighthouse.
Oh yeah.
This is low tide, so later on this evening when it's high tide. I mean, I guess the waves are probably only going to get bigger as the storm pushes through, right?
Yeah.
Welcome in. Hope you enjoy the views here. Enjoy the views. The ocean's angry. Hurricane Aaron's out there. If it gets crazier throughout the week too, I'll go live again. Show y'all the waves. This is low tide right now, so maybe later on this evening might get a little bit crazier when high tide comes in. We'll check it out, guys. We'll check it out. We'll keep you updated. Fun Mix, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Been pretty good. Been pretty chill. Been kind of tidying things up in preparation that hurricane might come our way. It's not looking like it's gonna, and it's gonna calm down by the time it gets in our waters. But you never know. You never know. You gotta be prepared just in case. If we do get hit with a hurricane, I'll bring you guys live coverage of it. Yeah, that's the thing. If we get a bunch of rain from that hurricane, then hopefully they'll get rid of that woods ban and we can get back to bush camping. I wouldn't mind getting one more bush camping trip in before season's over here. I mean, it's not looking good, but we did have rain the last few nights. So, I mean, we need a lot more though. The woods is still dry. But I don't know. What do y'all think about that woods ban? I think it's kind of crazy in a way when you think about it. There's other places in Canada that have wildfires worse than us every single year. And they don't ban them from the woods. So there's like mixed feelings about the woods ban, right? But I don't know. I never caused a forest fire myself, and I've been in the woods a lot, so as long as you're responsible with what you're doing, you know what I mean? Sanal, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Just giving y'all a little bit of a beach cam. Not too much going on today, guys. A little bit of cleaning up of the yard in preparation for the hurricane, just in case it hits us. I don't think it's gonna. I was checking it out. Looks like it's gonna calm right down, get out in our water. So probably get a bunch of rain, maybe some wind. But as of right now, the forecast is looking like we're only going to get a little bit of rain from that. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated as we go. If the weather gets really bad, I'll go do a nice live stream for y'all. And this is low tide right now, too. So, maybe later on this evening, the waves might get even crazier with high tide. So, we'll check that out. If there's some crazy waves, we'll go live for y'all, show you guys the waves, you know what I mean? And I was out there on the paddleboard. And that gets deep out there, guys. I dropped a 25-foot anchor. And yeah, that never touched nowhere near the bottom. I dare say it was the last time I went out there on the paddleboard. They got a warning for the rip currents right now too because of that storm. So we really got to be careful with the ocean right now. Don't really want to play with that. There's definitely a rip current going through here. You can see it out there. Let me see if I can show y'all over that way. Oh yeah, we're going to stay out of the ocean for sure. Definitely stay out of the ocean. Unfortunately, too, though, our lakes are closed that we usually go to for paddleboard fun and fishing and this and that. They're all closed down. We can't really get into them right now legally. I mean, them whole fines for going in the woods, you guys hear about that? $25,000 fine if we go into the woods. So that's, you know, I don't know. Crazy to think about. Fella could get a $25,000 fine. I don't know if any of you guys seen that on social media or not, but there was somebody here in Nova Scotia fined nearly $30,000 for just basically stepping into the woods. So that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But a lot of people say that them fines won't stick because nothing was passed through Parliament. So I don't know much about that stuff. I ain't risking it. I don't got 25 grand to fork out for a fine. That's for sure. So we can at least enjoy our beaches here now, though. There's quite a bit of wind right now, though, so I'm just kind of hunkered down in the Jeep, staying out of the wind. Scratched up? Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I was just Googling how to, to figure out how to, stop the scratches, and they said to put, a matte screen protector over them. It might make them less visible. Look at them.
That's for being in the bag and stuff, I guess, with no screen protector on it.
I mean, it's only noticeable when it's in the sun. If I tilt it like this, you can't even see them. See?
Yeah, that's what they say. Better be safe than sorry, right? And that's why everyone's kind of staying out of the woods too. That's basically why they put the woods ban in effect. Just, you know, to better be safe than sorry. There is forest fires going on up the line in the mainland of Nova Scotia right now. So, I mean, and I'm pretty sure they're still out of control. So, fortunately for us, we don't necessarily get forest fires down here in Cape Breton too often. A couple of years ago, we had one. Got a little bit out of control, but they tamed her. But now you get the bans. And I mean, it does kind of suck for now. It's like for the bush camping and the hikes that I had planned for this summer. Like I didn't get to do them. There's a bunch of stuff up in the Cape Breton Highlands that we wanted to do, and it's all closed right now. There are still people going in them trails. I see pictures posted, but you're not supposed to. They're closed. There's lots of warning signs, so it's like you couldn't even say you didn't know because there would be so many signs before you got to the trail that are warning you it's closed. So it's not, especially for me making content. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So that kind of, yeah, that part of it kind of sucks because there was a lot of hiking trails I wanted to go do. And I never got to go do them, right? Unfortunately, but hey, there's still time yet. There's still time. And the Cape Breton Islands is beautiful in the fall when the leaves and everything are changing colors. So hopefully, usually September, we get a lot of rain anyway in September. It's usually cool and wet. So hopefully that'll get rid of all the bans and stuff. And we'll just have to go do some October fall bush camping and stuff. So, you know, we could still do it. Just we'll have to dress for it, I guess. Dress warmer. And I mean, we got that pop-up tent trailer that would there's a little heater in it too. There's a little furnace in it, so that would keep us warm if we do decide to go in October, which, you know, with these woods bans and stuff, and I never got to do all my hikes that I wanted to do. So we'll probably end up doing on the weekends, of course, because both of us are going to be in school. Well, the wife will be working, but she works at a school. But I'll be in school myself. But that still leaves our weekends open. We can go do hikes and stuff like that, right? So hopefully, and I mean, it'd be beautiful anyway up there when the leaves are changing colors. The trails are like really beautiful up there during the fall. So hopefully we'll get to that. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, guys. Until then, we'll enjoy our beaches anyway here. It's a windy day down here in Cape Breton today. 40-kilometer gusts right now. I think it's like maybe 28 kilometer an hour sustained winds right now. As you can see by the ocean here in the Abba, as they say, it's a little bit angry from Hurricane Erin out there. So yeah, the raking leaves is hard on the back, I will say. It is hard on the back. I've had back problems for a while now, but I try to fight through it, you know what I mean? But I agree with you. I'm not looking forward to having to rake leaves and stuff like that too. It's a beautiful time of year for scenery and for my scenic live streams and my vlogs and stuff. It'll definitely bring a nice vibe to the vlogs. And all the leaves are changing colors. But I'm pretty sure, I'd say by the end of September, with all the rain that we normally get in September, I would most likely say that the woods restrictions will be lifted by then. We're hoping, guys. We're hoping. Like I said, we do things by the book here, legally. So we're not going to go poke the bear, so to say. Right? Even though I don't think that them fines would hold up in court, but I don't want to try. I don't want to try. Oh, fly went by there. Across the camera. Other than the bit of wind today, it's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. Cape Breton Island. Coming at you guys live at 1:49 p.m. Overlooking the Sydney Harbour here. And if you guys haven't checked it out yet, I posted a pretty cool vlog there going aboard the Blue Nose 2 tall ship. That was really nice. It's a beautiful ship. They keep it very, very, very good. Maintenance-wise, clean too. Very clean. Beautiful ship. They put a lot of work into that ship, keeping her good. I'll give her that. I've seen it lots over the years. I never was aboard it though like that. So, yeah. The hurricane, it's looking like around Saturday for us, if it hits us. But it will be out. It'll be far out in the ocean from us, so we'll probably just get a little bit of wind. And it looks like right now it's only going to be a Category 1 by the time it gets to us. But they were also following another storm system that was directly behind it. So I'm keeping a close eye on the weather network and the weather apps. And basically just batten down the hatches type thing, you know what I mean? Just in case we do get slammed by, like, hurricanes are so unpredictable. They're not really, like, you can track them and they can make a pretty good estimate of where it's going to go, but I mean, it could shoot left or right, or, you know what I mean? Like, just like all the other hurricanes we got over the years, like the past one, Fiona. I don't think that was supposed to hit us dead on, and it just changed track and it nailed us, and that put lots of people out of power for weeks on end from that last hurricane. So we'll just make sure we got everything in order before the weekend comes, just in case, right? Just in case. But if it does happen, like I said, we'll get a pretty sick live stream going for you guys, either at this beach or one of the beaches around, and we'll check out the waves as the storm blows in, right? I'd say we're still going to get some pretty good waves from it come Friday, Saturday, because the ocean right now is a little bit angry, right? Yeah, fun mix. How's your day been anyway, brother? I haven't had a live on the go here since the horse race in there last week. The Cape Breton exhibition. That was a fun time, though. It was a fun time. Service wasn't so great, but the live stream went through, I'm pretty sure. A caddy. A little caddy.
Ontario.
XT4.
So Ontario played.
Yes, buddy. Slap some off-road tires on that caddy and away you go. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's always good to get on the computer, get some editing or something done, you know what I mean? You're into the animation and stuff like that, so that's cool. Music and that. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn that DaVinci software. I'm getting it a little bit better. What do you guys think about that last video there, the Blue Nose 2? That was edited on DaVinci. I messed up though. I recorded everything in HDR, and I generally don't do that because it's harder to edit. So that was the one mistake I made, but it turned out all right. It's a little grainy at spots, I find, but other than that, it turned out all right. You know what I mean? I forgot to turn HDR off in my camera settings on my iPhone. It's just easier to edit, and I find it turns out a little bit better, like color grading and stuff, doing it yourself rather than having that HDR on. And then it's like if everybody watching is like, you have to have a HDR monitor or whatever you're watching it on for it to work properly, right? And maybe it does on the TVs, I don't really know. This is why it's all a learning experience, right? You know what I mean? 4K for animations. Yeah, I've been sticking to just HD 60. The last one was HD 30. Like I said, you know what happened? I reset the settings on my phone and it all went back to factory, and I didn't realize I was recording in HD 30 with the HDR on. I usually do HD 60. And for editing, it just makes it a little bit easier too, right? I don't, especially when I got like, you know what I mean? I got like hours of footage to go through and try to chop that into like a 20 or 30 minute vlog. If it was all 4K, I'd fill my phone up pretty quick. I mean, I do got 512 gigs on my phone, so it's not. I got the bigger version just for that reason, right? $1440p makes it look a little wonky in my eyes. Yeah, I thought that too, right? I thought that too. That's why I'm just sticking to the 1080, 60. Everybody's device can handle that. You know what I mean? Everybody's device can handle HD video now. Editing is a little bit easier. The files are smaller for when I'm filming a lot of stuff, so to say. Like I use OneDrive, right? That's where I upload all my stuff to, is like a OneDrive. And it just makes it a lot easier for me to get my footage from my devices that I use to my computer, right? Because I use Apple, well, I use Apple and Samsung, I use both, but I mainly use the iPhone. And there's a good wave. I mainly use the iPhone. I have a Dell laptop, so easiest way to get the footage on there is through the OneDrive that I found so far. I don't know if you guys have any other ways you guys do it. 2 terabytes, yeah, that's great. You're good to go. That's good for the 4K. I got to get my laptop upgraded a little bit. I got to get a battery replacement and a bigger hard drive put in it. Now I'm going to get that done. Well, within the next couple months, I'll get that done. For now, though, I figured out my laptop. I got it reformatted. I have the proper version of Windows installed on it. And instead of having my hard drive split into 2 like it was before, whoever had the laptop before me didn't format it properly. And they had, like, the C drive was only 75 gigabytes. And everything you do is basically saved onto the C drive. All the apps you download are on the C drive. So I was running out of space all the time. So I had to try to figure out how to reformat everything and reinstall Windows. In the process, I crashed my computer, but we got it back up and running. better than before. And now I just have a C drive with all the storage on it, right? Again, there's only 512 gigabytes. I want to get a 1 terabyte thrown into her. Holy, you got lots of storage then, my guy. You got lots of storage. That's what I want to eventually get to, right? Again, I'm only starting off at this stuff here. I'm realizing now why I need more storage. I can see it now for sure. Especially when I record 4K. It's like 1 minute of 4K is like 400 and some megabytes. So if I recorded a whole vlog in 4K, holy, I need like 100 gigabytes. I could do it, but, and then it just makes it harder to edit too, right? But you guys, my computer will get an upgrade. Yeah, I mean, I lost everything off the computer, but like I said, I use OneDrive, so luckily that saved a lot of stuff because it was saved in my OneDrive. But I did lose a lot off my phone and my computer. I ended up basically resetting both of them, right? Oh, your animation program just turned over 800 gigabytes. Wow. Yeah, you need all the storage you can get, brother. You need all the storage you can get for that. I can see that, yeah. See, for me, I'm making it work with what I got for now. And the OneDrive helps a lot, like I say, because I can put all kinds of stuff on the OneDrive. And I don't really got to worry about it, right? And I've been with OneDrive for so long that it's like I'm locked into a super cheap. It's $2. I pay $2 a month. And that gives me the 100 gigabytes. And I've been making that work. So, you know what I mean? Ah, Marines, welcome in, welcome in. What is going on? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, you go up to 8K. Yeah. Again, they would be huge files making stuff. Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm learning all this stuff now. And like I said, I think I was looking online. I can upgrade my laptop to a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's already got 16 gigs of RAM, so that's good enough for now. I'll get that 1 terabyte. Then I'll just get an external hard drive. And I'll start keeping everything else that I work on there, right? Any videos I got or pictures or whatever, I'll just throw in the external hard drive. I got thumb drives and some SD cards and stuff like that, right? But yeah, the external hard drive plugged in USB-C would be the best. Yeah, I was looking at them, yeah. I'd say I get a good external one for like $80 online. A 1 terabyte. That would do me for now, for the next little bit anyway. And then we'll kind of see where, you know, my video editing and stuff goes from there. But for right now, we're making it work with what we got, you know what I mean? It's just best I shoot everything in HD 60, and then it's easier for everything. And my older laptop, right? That's what, 4 or 5 years old. So still, like I said, it works perfectly fine editing. Like DaVinci Resolve runs perfectly fine on it. The only problem I ran into with that laptop was it wasn't partitioned properly, right? When I first got it. Now, I bought it off of somebody that wasn't even from this country, so the laptop originally came from the UK. So it had a UK version of Windows on it. And I was running into all these errors with like media playback, and like the webcam and stuff didn't work, and certain videos and stuff, it wouldn't allow it to play. And through my research, it was just because of that version, that N version of Windows that was on it. So luckily I figured it out, and I reformatted it and reinstalled the proper, you know, Canadian US version of Windows on it. And now it's working better than ever, faster than ever. Yeah, I edited that last video, I think 2.5 minutes. It exported it, so that was pretty good, right? Oh, 2 terabyte SSD for 150. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I want good drive speeds too, so like that would be good if I want to upload like directly to DaVinci from the SSD. That's yeah, that would be my best bet. Yeah, get an SSD, and then I get good speeds going from my SSD right to DaVinci, right? A 2 terabyte one, yeah, that would do me. That'd be all I would need. I wouldn't need any more than that. That'd be perfect. 2 terabyte. But like I said, I'm gonna get my laptop in for service within the next month or so, and get that battery, and probably get the motherboard battery replaced too while they're in there. They might as well, right? What do you call that? The CMOS, or you guys know what I mean? That battery that's on the motherboard. I'll get that replaced too. And get them to slap a 1 terabyte in there. I'll just back up all my stuff before I do that, and then we won't have to worry, right? But I'm going to bring it to an actual, like, computer repair store, electronics repair store, so that way everything's warranted, and you know what I mean? I could probably change the battery myself, but I like having warranties on work, so that way if anything happens, you know, I can just give them a call to help you out type thing. We got a really good computer repair store in our area, so they're highly rated too for fixing stuff, and they warranty their work, so it's like, yeah, I'll definitely go that route. But for now, like I say, it works fine. It's just if I unplug it, I'll only get about 45 minutes before it dies, so the battery's weak. But I guess you can expect that from a 4.5-year-old computer, right? Laptop, I should say. Eventually, someday, I'd like to have a desktop, you know, just an editing, and just have like an editing room with the desktop in it, and do all my computer work from there. So I know the desktops, you can make them a lot more powerful, right? Very expensive though, like, yeah, you could spend 5-6 grand on a decent editing setup. So for me to be able to do it with my $300 secondhand laptop's pretty good. I mean, that was a good deal Buddy gave me on it, and the only reason was because the battery was bad and there was the wrong version of Windows on it, right? So it worked, but it was just working. Luckily, through me fiddling with it, I figured it out. And we got her all going good now. And I gotta be honest, DaVinci Resolve is an excellent program. I don't know if any of you guys use DaVinci Resolve, but I'll plug them in here. That's a great editing software. And you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't ask me every 5 minutes, do I want to purchase some, like CapCut was doing. And you can buy it. You can buy it outright. You can buy the program for $249, and then you own it. You get the product key. There you go. Whereas CapCut, you had to give them. They upped their price too. They wanted $20-some a month for that, and I just wasn't doing it. And the whole terms of service thing that was going on. Yeah, no. Where they basically own all of your content that you create with them, and they can do whatever they please with it. Not that I care in any means. You want to put that out there, go ahead. But I don't know. Everybody seemed a little hurt about that. So it's best I use an actual professional editing software anyway. It's good to learn that, right? I find it works better than CapCut anyway. Like I said, I exported a whole video in like 2.5 minutes. CapCut took a lot longer than that. And this is on PC, by the way. This is on PC, not mobile. I think DaVinci got an iPad app, though. I'm almost positive for the iPad. I'm pretty sure. It's that Black Magic Design or whatever, the company that owns it. So the camera app, the Blackmagic camera app's awesome for the iPhones too. I just like using the native iPhone app for the camera because it's just, you know what I mean? You shoot and you go, and it does a really good job with the footage. So I tried with the Blackmagic one. It was just, see, it's got like that stabilization, the native iPhone app. You know what I mean? It keeps it really smooth. Whereas the other one, it turns all that stuff off, right? I guess it's to each their own, though, really. But I don't know. They both looked really good. I eventually someday would like to get an actual Sony camera. Yeah, all good there. All good there, Fun Mix. All good, brother. All good. It's all positive vibes here in the Random Thoughts Outdoors YouTube channel. It's all positive, brother. All positive. That's what it's all about, guys. We get this one chance at life, you know what I mean? Gonna try to stay positive with it. An EV don't mind, do we? Hybrid. What do you guys think about hybrids anyway, huh? That's where it's all going. That's where it's all going, guys. I'll go to the hybrids now. I mean, they're never, you'll never lose that gas engine. I can't see that ever happening, but, yo, I watched a crazy movie last night. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, Deepwater Horizon. If you never heard of that, definitely check it out. That was a really good movie. Based on true events, too. Like, it actually happened. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that Deepwater Horizon oil rig. Off, like, Florida Keys, off the coast there. Spring Gal, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a beautiful view here. The ocean's a little bit angry. That's Hurricane Erin coming up the coast. I'll keep you guys updated, like I said, as we go, right? Oh, you remember at Fun Mix, you ever hear about the guy that invented the hydrogen car? Years ago, he invented a car that ran off of just pure hydrogen. Fella went missing. Never to be seen again. I mean, hybrids are good. Like, I would say there's definitely like, they're not going to last as long as just a regularly, naturally aspirated engine. All the designs went missing too. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Did you guys hear about that other guy that invented, he can make fuel and oil and all this stuff out of recycled plastics? You guys hear about that lately? And now he's MIA now too. All I heard about him was his mother said he was safe. That was all anybody heard. Nobody knows where he's at, but he invented this like reactor core that takes waste plastics and turns it into diesel fuel or gas fuel or whatever, right? And he says he wants to do it all free, make everything all free, because it's just garbage that he's running through the machine, basically, scrap plastics. No, exactly. That's why he wanted it to be all free, what he was doing, right? But now they're apparently after him too, so it's a crazy world we live in, guys. Crazy world we live in. Here's another crazy thing to think about. So we're banned from going into the woods here or anything, right? And Nova Scotia just passed some kind of a bill where they're allowing the spraying of some carcinogen in the woods. Some kind of pesticide they're in there spraying, right? I just find it strange they want us out of the woods and now they're spraying all that stuff, right? I don't know, that's conspiracy type stuff, but you know what I mean? I don't know enough about any of that to really say anything, but definitely crazy to think about. Yeah, exactly. Just not efficient enough. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and an awful lot of seawater to turn into regular drinking water. Yeah. Not profitable. Yeah, plus the car went missing. Yeah. Oh my. See what I mean? The crazy world we live in, though, right? You can get lost in a lot of rabbit holes researching this kind of stuff, right? And I do generally. I'll get lost in these rabbit holes, and sometimes I'll obsess over it and research too much, you know what I mean? But hey, I'm trying not to do that stuff anymore, right? You know? We'll obsess over the YouTube for now. We're doing pretty good. I think we're sitting at like 800 subscribers now, so that's pretty good. My goal was to try to get to that 1,000 by the end of the summer, but how about this? Well, when's the end of the summer? When's fall start? Like September 20th or something like that, I think. We'll give it till then. Yeah, what is it? September 22nd? We'll give her till the 22nd, guys. We got one more month to gain up to 1,000 subscribers and see if we keep this YouTube channel going, keep her alive, right? Got to set little goals, right? You know what I mean? I haven't been live as much as I wanted to be lately. It's basically due to the woods ban. A lot of my content was in the woods, bush camping and so on, right? Hikes and stuff like that. But hey, you guys keep coming in, keep tuning in. Thank you guys very much for tuning in every time I do go live. I appreciate that. You guys are helping this small channel grow every time we go live here, right? So thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Fun mixed time. You're the OG of the channel here. You've been here since the beginning, since we started this. It could be just a good time in the spring. Yeah, it could be, right? And that's the thing with conspiracies, you know what I mean? There's conspiracies, right? You know what I mean? Oh, I tell people this about the McDonald's fries. There's like over 40 ingredients, you guys, in McDonald's fries. What is up with that? Let alone the potatoes need 2 weeks in a barn before you can handle them. Yeah, there you go. Pesticides, guys, pesticides. It's in everything we eat. You can't just wash it off. It's integrated into the food, right? Well, I was like really thinking deep about this whole food thing, and like I've been having gut problems and stuff, and my doctor told me I gotta switch up the diet type thing, right? Of course I didn't really listen, you know? Of course I didn't really listen, but I've been thinking about that a lot today. That's been something that's been on my mind a lot today, is my diet and what I've been eating and what I can change to make healthier choices for the future me, right? I'm thinking of the future me when I'm 50, you know what I mean? You know, I've seen my family members included go down from basically poor diet, you could say, right? So I've really been thinking about that today to try to switch it up, right? Yeah, and see, we got down here, we get the Prince Edward Island potatoes, right? The PEI potatoes. I don't think they're loaded full of the pesticides like the McDonald's thing. See, they gotta grow so many fries. I can see why they would probably pump it full of stuff to grow bigger, faster, stronger type thing, right? But pretty much all of our potatoes we get here are PEI potatoes. Willie's Jeep, there we go. That'll be the next, you guys. That'll be the next, a real Jeep. We just gotta wait till this one's paid off, yo. Once we get her paid off, we're gonna go for that real Jeep. Still waiting for my PTU. Still waiting for the PTU. Chrysler has no answers for us. Chrysler has no answers. They literally said that Mopar Canada has to make the PTUs, and then they'll let us know what the story is after they get some PTUs made. So That kind of sucks. Even if we had the money right now for a PTU, I couldn't even get one that's good. Any of them that are out there that haven't been remade now are bad, and they're going to go bad. So it'd be a waste of money, right? Yeah, we're going to get the next Jeep. Next Jeep is going to be like an actual Wrangler. You know, like the actual Jeep, right? Solid front and rear ends. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it'll probably be a 2-liter turbo. That's what's in most of them now. I mean, they say they got lots of power and everything, just the same as the V6, but I don't know if the reliability would be there like the V6, right? Like, the V6 in my Jeep right now, it doesn't, like, it runs beautiful. Runs beautiful. Ashley B, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, like I said, that'll be the next vehicle. When we bought this Jeep, it was at a time when we really needed a vehicle type thing, and we needed 4-wheel drive because our roads get really bad here in the winter, and you're still expected to go to work and school and yada yada yada. So I will say though, when the 4-wheel drive worked in this Cherokee, it was unstoppable. Like, it would crawl up hills. Like, it was unbelievable. It worked great. But then we started getting issues. First it started with the rear differential. Replaced that. Then the PTU started giving problems. So anybody with a Cherokee, look out. Your rear diff and your PTU are gonna go out. They all go out. Sucks. They were just made wrong from the factory, and it took this long for Chrysler to recall it. So I mean, luckily they did recall it. We're under the recall too. We got the notification and that, so just a matter of time. I'm hoping before the winter though, because 2-wheel drive in the winter here sucks with all the snow that we get, right? But I guess we just go with the flow type thing. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully to get some made and put out. I seen in the States there, they put a software update out come in November for anybody with a Cherokee. And then you're supposed to get that software update, and then it'll tell the ECU what's wrong with the PTU, even though you can basically tell them what's wrong with it anyway. It clicks, it clunks, and then it bangs, and then the Jeep shakes. So I had to pull the fuse for the PTU, so it's just front wheel drive now. But that's a little trick for anybody that has Cherokee. Pull that F10 fuse, front wheel drive. And it just drives normal again, no noise out of that PTU. It's crazy how they made these. And then they discontinued the Cherokee, and now they're going to bring it back in 2026. Full new redesign. Yeah, the front wheel drive is safer in the snow. Although when I had the 2-wheel drive trucks, the rear wheel drive trucks, I got through a lot of stuff with them. But I had to basically drift everywhere, you know what I mean? Kind of gunner and just go for it and counter steer your way through everything, right? Whereas this front wheel drive will still get through quite a bit of stuff. Like, it got us everywhere we needed to go so far this summer. So I find though, if I put the fuse in at low speeds, like very low speeds, you still have a little bit of the 4-wheel drive. But once you start getting any kind of speed to it, you lose it, and it tries, and then the PTU starts making a bunch of weird noise. It's 2-speed, and I don't know what's going on in there, but yeah. The Nova Scotia Drift King. Yeah. Oh, so back when I worked the old construction gigs with the work trucks, there was a time when I had to drift through everything, yeah. And it was very rarely I would have a 4-wheel drive truck for work. And I worked all year long, so yeah, we had to do a lot of drifting, I will say that. Then it was hilarious. They got these GPS things for in the trucks, so that way then they could see if you're exhilarating or speeding or hard braking or anything. And now when it comes to the winter time and you're spinning and everything, and you hit the brakes, and you know how the ABS kicks in, you start sliding a little bit, then it would show, like, you'd be getting all these dings all day for the hard accelerations and stuff where I was drifting through snow drifts. Oh, I'll give it that though, the old F-150 boy. She plowed through a lot of snowbanks, I'll give her that. In two-wheel drive. With snow tires. Sometimes not even snow tires, just all seasons. But we always made her to the destination safely. We always made her. There was only a couple times we couldn't make her because we had too much snow. One time was that 150 centimeters of snow we got dumped with. Holy cow. We shoveled her out, she wouldn't even move. Blew the diff out of her. We blew the diff out of her, buddy. They don't make them like they used to. No, I'll give them F-150s are pretty tough, I'll give it that. In Japan, they learn drifting in the mountains. In Nova Scotia, you learn it while driving to work. Yeah, yeah. Oh my, anybody drives the snowy roads will get their little, well, I mean, okay, so I drove around with traction control off, right? So if you leave that traction control on, that'll keep you straight. It'll stop you from sliding, it'll stop you from drifting, right? But it'll also get you stuck if you go through a big snow drift with the traction control on and it doesn't want you to spin the tires. You literally got to burn through her. I've been through some places, holy cow. You wouldn't, like, people don't even take four-wheel drives when we were driving through in the two-wheel. It's all in how you handle her. You just got to gun her. You just got to gun her, counter steer your way through her. That's all you got to do. Again, though, I've been driving since I was like 13 years old. I always had a fascination with driving. My father used to let me drive the old station wagon up and down the dirt road, right? That's where I started off. Yeah, we'll see, brother, we'll see. I might shut her down. I've been almost an hour live here. I might shut her down, wait until tonight and see when the tide comes in. See if the waves get crazier tonight. And I got some work to do around the yard anyway, right? So, yeah. I should probably get home and tend to that before the wind picks up. But yeah, brother, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah, hopefully this evening, like I say, fun mix. If the waves get crazy, which they probably will with the high tide coming in, we'll do a little live this evening for you. We'll do a little sunset vibe, if you know what I mean, guys. All right, brother, you take her easy. We'll see you in the next one. And you guys, yeah, I'm gonna cut it here, and I'm gonna head back to the old ranch and batten down the hatches, so to say. You know what I mean? Unc Andy, what's going on, brother? You're coming in at the tail end of her here, brother. At the tail end of her. We're just here enjoying the scenery, the waves from Hurricane Aaron out there, waves out there in the ocean. Yeah, you're a little late, but I'm gonna go live again later this evening. I'll do a sunset. I'll do a little sunset cam for you guys later on this evening. And yeah, the high tide will be in. There's low tide right now, as you can see from this weird pillar thing there. Right? That's usually halfway underwater when the tide's in. So we'll see later on tonight if look at that, looks beautiful. Wow. Yeah, I'd say these waves are going to get a lot bigger this evening. You can see, let's see if I can zoom that in over there on the cliff over there where they're crashing. Yeah, this is, I mean, compared to some of the waves we've seen down here on the channel, this is pretty calm. You guys go back on my videos here, you can see me walk across this beach when it was completely froze over. Same with that lake that I went fishing in a lot at the beginning of the year. I was on there when it was frozen solid too. Has me thinking I could do some ice fishing there though, right? Maybe they were, and I didn't notice. I'm not sure. I got my license anyway, so I could do some ice fishing this year. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we're gonna shoot to try to get that 1,000 subs by the end of the summer, which is the 22nd of September. So we still got some time, guys. We still got some time. I'm gonna be going back to school though, so that'll take up my weeks. But we still got the weekends for some good times, right? But yeah, guys, thanks for joining the live. Like I always say, leave them notifications on because this is a very random channel and I go live very randomly. If I find something beautiful I want to share with the world, you know what I mean, I'll go live. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys. Thanks for joining.